today's video, a little collab where it's about peace, because there's a lot going on in the world right now, and things are getting, a little hairy. I'm going to use some Jeffree Star for this. What the heck, why not? We all have our opinions of where these things start and how these things are going to end. And, things escalate to places that you don't even realize that they could go. I'm going to use blue and white, and I'm taking this from a picture that Miss Barbara provided, so I will look up of that right there. Not sure exactly how good this is going to come out, but we'll see. I'm going to go in with Jawbreaker and Virgin, the white here. This is not one of his best whites, but I'm actually fixing to get ready for work, so I just don't have time to go through all my palettes. I have too many palettes. Which is something right there when you think about it. It's, how spoiled are we? I mean, I'm really considered on the poor end of the pay scale, and yet I have all this makeup that, most of it I will never even use because there's just too much. If I used a different palette every day, it would take me almost a year to go through all my palettes. So, it just shows how spoiled we are, that we take so much for granted, and we could lose everything and in a heartbeat start to realize what's really going to end up being important. Let's see. This one. Alright. I'm going to go with this blue. It's called Brain Freeze. Right here. Running out of places to put stuff. Brain freeze. I think I'm going to go like in the inside with that. And this is basically the dove in the sky. The colors that I am getting from that, or taking away from that. We want to say that, this war wasn't started by us, but was it? Aren't we a part of this world? Like, isn't this, like, the whole, it's not just us, it's everyone, And if we were a little more concerned and a little less spoiled, I mean, we do have a huge effect on the rest of the world, the other nations. So, yeah, it kind of is our business. Alright, now I need to find another blue. You know, when Hitler was basically taking over the world, little by little, and let's get into the blue blood palette, shall we? Annihilating Jewish people, you know, we didn't get involved. First off, we got reports of all that, but we didn't want to believe it. I mean, it was so far out, like, you know, it was just hard to believe that anything that vile could be true. So that was the first thing, was that nobody really wanted to believe that, you know, that the reports were accurate. Oh, there's going to be some serious blending going on here. And then when, you know, then it was like, well, it's not our problem. It's not, you know, it has nothing to do with us. And then when Hitler had taken over pretty much most of Europe, it finally freaking, you know, dawned on us, and we found out that, yeah, he wasn't planning on just taking over Europe. He was planning on taking over the world. And guess what? We are a part of the world. So, had we waited much longer, things may have turned out differently. And in the end, it was like, you know, Russia and us were pretty much, there wasn't a whole lot left. You know, he had already taken over, and, you know, it's, like I said, it's hard to imagine that something like that's even possible, but that's when it's the most possible, is when you don't believe it, because then your defenses are down and you just don't see it coming until it's too late. I want to do something with this, but I don't know what. Alright, I think I'm going to put a little silver on the inside, and it's not exactly silver, it's kind of a light highlight sort of color, but something with some shine. My personal opinion is that as long as people are fighting domestically, you know, we really need to clean up our own backyard. And I mean that, like, literally, because it's not just people in America, it's people everywhere are, you know, becoming really selfish and spoiled, and that's the kind of attitude that leads to exactly what's going on. You know, and as far as like getting involved in other nations when they ask us for their support, it's better to get involved while it's still over there than to wait until it's knocking on our door. And it will. What kind of a lip you think I should wear with this? I think pink is going to look a little bit... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just a... some kind of a neutral thing going on. I don't know. Yeah, this is going to be a little different than what I normally wear. People are going to be like, what? Whew. Yeah, you know, like I said, we're going to go over and fight for peace so it doesn't end up on our back door, but really, we need to start raising our kids with more respect. We need to stop worrying so much about ourselves and being so selfish and helping others, because if everybody helped everybody else, you wouldn't have to worry about it because somebody would be helping you too, you know? And the place to start, that's called faith. The place to start is right, you know, right in your own backyard, and to not not have to wait for somebody else to go first, you know, because that's what everybody does. Everybody's waiting for somebody else to go first. So go first. And when nobody else, you know, wants it, and they start, you know, oh, well, you're weak because you won't do this, or, you know, because you believe that, or what, you know what? No, I don't think so. That's the attitude that gets us into this mess to begin with. Has nothing to do with who the president is. Has nothing to do with, you know, whether or not you believe in God. It has to do with just having decent morals, living by some kind of a code, and not being just, you know, a selfish people. And that's what we've become, is just, you know, a selfish people. Wow, I didn't even do my eyebrows. Woo, that kind of... I think we need to do the eyebrows. So anyways, here's the peace in the world, but also I wish you peace in your home. I wish you peace and, you know, contentment. Because malcontent It's just, you know, another one of those things that leads to not peace. You know? So, comb up my brows here. And you know, working the job that I work, I see, you know, the people that come in during the graveyard shift is a different caliber of people that come in, like, on their way back and forth to work. And, you know, it's, you get the drunks and the dope heads and, you know, they're not such a, the people who have it a little harder or maybe just don't know what else to do, and people that have given up. You know, trying to find solace in a bottle or a lottery ticket, because, you know, we're all going to get rich buying lottery tickets, right? You know, that's going to solve all your problems. Money ain't going to solve all your problems, but, you know, that's a whole nother video. Okay. Here goes the lip. Okay. Alright, I think that'll do. It would look a little better, like maybe with lashes, but I'm not taking lashes to work. It's just it's a huge pain. My dog, I have a full-size mirror, right? It goes down to the floor, and Peaches has just discovered, because the door is open, and usually it's behind the door, she's just discovered that not only is there another dog in the mirror, but she's like looking in the mirror, but she's looking at me. Like, Mommy, there's another mommy. How did that happen? There's two mommies. Oh yeah. As I'm making this, she has her cone on, you know, but that should be off by the time this goes up, hopefully. So yeah, I think that if anybody gets, like, stupid enough to start throwing around, you know, the whole nuclear weapon idea, we need to sit up and take notice to that shit. Because once the nukes start flying, we're pretty much done. I mean, you know, the meek shall inherit the earth. Like, the people that can hide the best get underground the farthest. And I'm sure, you know, there are a lot of survival groups out there. So I'm sure that someone would survive, but it won't be about what country survives. It'll be about, you know, what handful of people actually, you know, and even then, like, will there be enough of a gene pool for us to even carry on, you know, or will the human race be over because we don't get along good enough to even help each other out in a crisis like that? Was you looking in the mirror? I know. She's so funny. Come on. Come on. Come up here. You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the people? Come on. Okay, she's not jumping up here. I don't understand. Come here. Oh, you little stinker. Here she is. Say hi to the people. Say hi, people. So, yeah. Hoping for world peace, especially, you know, with the holidays coming up. That's what Christmas is all about, you know. It's not about buying presents and getting, you know, gifts. It's about peace and goodwill towards others, etc. You know, and I don't know. You know, it's you imagine that it can't get any worse, and then it does. You know, but the trick is not to fall into that everybody else game. Don't say, you know, well, everybody else acts that way, so I'm going to too. Well, you just failed. You just failed. You know, you have to stand up and go, you know what? I don't care if everybody else is acting like an idiot. I need to be a good person. I need to be a good person. I need to be a good person. And if that, you know, if that saves you, you know, maybe it'll save someone else too. And someone else, and someone else, and someone else. But it's got to start somewhere. And it's got to start with every one of us making that decision that I'm going to be a good person. And I'm going to pay attention to what's going on. I'm going to pay attention to my neighbors. And we're going to be, you know, united once again, instead of, you know, being a country of Karens. You know, we're not united. And, you know, the whole saying was, united we stand, divided we fall. Well, guess what? We are becoming more divided every single day. So anything that happens overseas is a huge threat to us, because we're just opening our arms up and going, come and destroy us, please. So we need to definitely pay attention, but we need to clean up our own backyards as well. And, yeah. Oh, let me see. What can I do for a little bit of... Ooh, we have some lip gloss. It's sort of blue. So this is my look. And, you know, peace on earth, goodwill toward men. Just love one another. How hard is that?